Drop power. Big king. Get free to die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, family, y'all already know what to do. Thumb up this video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all go over there to the throne of King Drop Power. Subscribe to that channel. You already know, thumb up them videos. I got a whole swell of videos that I'm about to drop this week over there on the throne. So go over there, the throne of King Drop Power, and subscribe to that channel. Y'all been doing it, but you need to do some more. Okay? You need to do some more. All right? Then subscribe right here to King Drop Power. Go ahead. I got 60% of y'all that ain't subscribed yet. So you need to subscribe to this channel. Then we'll get where we need to be so we can start doing some lives or whatnot. And, y'all can get on here and put y'all information up here. Okay? Any other way, King just going to keep on rocking. All right. Tonight, it's a power talk. We're going to do a power talk. This is only for the strong, not the weak. This is not for the, this is for the powerful. This is for the real kings and queens out there, that believe in true black or African redemption. Period. So subscribe to this channel, King Drop Power, and go to the throne of King Drop Power and subscribe to that also. And if you want to donate to any of these platforms, you can go to Cash Out, J.A. Power at 718. $ J.A. Power at 718. Okay? And so, tonight I want to talk about how we became our own worst enemy. The enemy within. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm seeing a lot of people out here choosing division over unity. You see what I'm saying? All these different groups, which I done talked about. You see what I'm saying? And, go watch the last power talk we did. Can we unify, as a nation, with all these different groups? And the verdict was no. We cannot do that. It's too many damn philosophies for us to unify with all these damn different groups. Instead of you becoming the king and queen that you are and saying putting our differences to the side and uniting on black power, you got, these people out here, switching, trying to become a whole nother different people. But then you look at them same FBAs and ADOS, Yvette, Cornell, Michael Moore, Tariq, Nasheed, either one of them. They got you dividing with your own brothers and sisters instead of trying to unite with your brothers and sisters. When you know it's going to take more than just one man or one little small part of the black global nation to overthrow the beast. You're not just going to just do that shit by trying to sweet talk it. Period. You see, so y'all gain these philosophies, civil rights part 2, I'm an indigenous Indian, some shit that's non-threatening to white folks. Matter of fact, it hand credence to them. Tariq out here be talking about white supremacy when he a white supremacist. Period. And the brother Brandon put up a debate with this motherfucker out here talking about, we love white supremacists. What's up, my brother? He called the white supremacist his brother. So how y'all out there following a goofy that call a white supremacist his brother? And this debate was 2 years ago, 3 years ago or something. But then the type of people y'all follow. But see, it's the enemy within. It's the competition within. It's all into whoever can degrade each other the most to impress master. They keep his damn agenda going. His agenda is to keep black folks arguing amongst one another. But y'all seem to can't get that through y'all thick ass skull. That's what his agenda is. And these goofies out here making money on the division of black people instead of saying, let's unite and all win. They get in these little motherfucking groups, on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? When in reality, all of that is fantasy. All of that is fantasy. Ain't nobody black ever died on no revolutionary Indian Choctaw shit. Let's just be real. Black people ain't never went out here and died to be an Indian or to be, some type of goofy. Yeah, you had a few in the civil rights, but they was trying to do what they could do with their mind capacity. Black people done passed that now. Ain't no trying to rewind that shit with the FBA, the ADOS, beg and master. Marcus Garvey said we gotta do it for self. Thumb up this video, subscribe to this channel, like the video, hit that little bell so you can get your notification. But ain't no way. Show me the black scholar that ever said we were some indigenous. Show me the black scholar that, actually, I'm not saying the civil rights didn't do no good. It did what it had to do at that point in time, but we don't try to rewind it and do it all over again. And see, the enemy within, all he tell you is that every other group is stopping you and your people from doing something. I understand what you're trying to say. But this is 2021. The enemy within is stopping you from graduating to that next level. As a nation, as a people. And sitting on the throne as you should. But you don't feel that, you don't even believe that yourself. Why? Because you still in a slave state of mind. You still in a slave state of mind. They got chains around the brain. Period. And you open up a hatch so you can escape and say, I'm an indigenous, I'm an American, I'm a Moor, all this fake shit that don't even exist. Period. Period. And you trying to, convince black people, because these groups I've been told, FBA, ADO, all that shit is the same. Just different variations of anti-Africanness. That's all that is. You see what I'm saying? All them groups is created to try to overthrow the philosophy of Marcus Garvey and shit like that. This is what these philosophies was created on. And so when you think about it, and you sit back and look at all these little groups that's on YouTube or whatever, they don't get out here in these streets though. Because if you talk to black people the way y'all talk on YouTube, you know what's going to happen on the streets. You see what I'm saying? You know what's going to happen. You can't say what y'all be saying behind them computers out here in the streets. And y'all know that shit. Come out here, disrespecting, other black people. Tariq was talking damn, sensible to a known white supremacist. Now, that was the first time I ever seen a debate because I don't follow Tariq. You know what I'm saying? I just know none of these groups, I follow none of that. So the motherfucker can make videos for 99 years. I probably done seen one or two. I just know they done be over there talking their bullshit. So I fire shots at they dumb ass. Period. And so I done deemed them as the ops. Them niggas not my brothers or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Any man that could call a white supremacist his brother. And don't make me put it up here, because I will. But go watch Brother Brandon's show. Pan-Africanism Strike Back. And you seen him call the white man his brother. So ain't no, and he a white supremacist at that. And Tariq got in his mind suspected white supremacy. All right, where you get that from? White supremacy means the survival of white people that they stay on top. Period. So all them is going to have some, Dr. Callie Mama said, all white people going to have some Hitler in them. That's just period. That'll be a fool for them not to. That's Dr. Francis Chris Wells and who Tariq always try to quote. They always going to do what they got to do for their genetic survival. So by us even being alive is a detriment to who they trying to be with what they doing now. They don't realize they going to go make and have babies with all them half-caste white people, them Latins and these little Hispanics and all that, that's semi-white, they gonna go mate with them. That's why they got the browning of America. And I did plenty videos showing y'all in 2032, the white people gonna be gone. The white people they gonna be gone. You know, in this science. And so, you know, instead of black people trying to unite, you trying to join, some of them trying to join them, you know, the so-called white supremacists, Then you got the rest of them trying to mimic and copy other cultures. I ain't black, I'm Asian, I'm different, This is what black people in America doing. Escapism. You practice escapism. It's the enemy within, so ain't no other group stopping you from being successful. It's you that's stopping you in the envy and jealous that's inside of you about yourself. You project it on other black cultures, so when black immigrants come over here, all y'all can do is try to fuss and pick a fight that the white man originally created, okay? And, you know, push that shit out there on your own brothers and sisters. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's just facts. That's just facts. Instead of saying, I want to unite with the Jamaicans, the Haitians, the Cubans, the black Mexicans or whatever, you get in your own little bag and try to create dysfunction, confusion, and disorganization among your own people. But you know who you want to unite with? It's them people. You do all that to impress the Mzungu man. Period. Your white zaddy. Period. That's what you do. And this is no, you know, the white people know that shit. They see the laughing stock of all nations. That's what the black American has become. You done become just a goofy. Period. And so, no, he ain't gonna respect you in no type of way that, you know, he gonna give you some type of high self-esteem about yourself or put you in some type of... Powerful people don't got time to teach powerless people nothing. Because that way you could take their power away from them. Dr. John Henry Clark. But see, that's what y'all do. See, you done came up with these fake-ass philosophies instead of going back to the elders and getting the real truth. Instead of going back to Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Khaled, you see what I'm saying? John D. Jackson, Walter Williams, Chancellor Williams. You see what I'm saying? Different elders, or the ones that's still here, Phil Valentine. You know, go get them metaphysics. See, matter of fact, you don't even need that, because that's like, you know, course 8 or 10. You got to get, you know, A, B, 1, 2, 3 and shit first. These people still ain't got that shit. They wait on people on YouTube to get them the information. Instead of going to research that shit for themselves. That shit is shame. See, that's the enemy with the end, nigga. You hate on your own self. Period. And then, the ones that hate, you know, try to usurp African culture on some Aborigine Indian shit. Oh, man, Uganda is America. The real Egypt is America. You know, Atlantis is America. Everything that got African consciousness and shit. I didn't even heard these niggas say King James is black and all of this shit, when you can simply look up that's a white man from Britain and London and or wherever the fuck. Simple. But these people right here try to claim everything black and everything the glitter ain't gold. You ain't got a lot of kick. We know our peoples with all over the planet, but them African people, that's what you can prove. It ain't no Aborigines, it ain't no Indians or none of that shit. Y'all be showing. That's why you ain't got but 2 damn slides. Period. And then, the black people in America don't be sitting up here thinking about that they know Moors or none of that shit right there. Period. Nigga, y'all grew up Christian. A few Islamic. Outside of that, you wouldn't have known none of that other shit if the elders didn't bring it to you. But you don't give reference to them. You go make up fairy tale shit and put it out here as your own. So ain't nobody holding us back but ourselves. Period. That's what you doing. That's what you doing. See, when you go to the motherland, you got to have a certain temperament. You see what I'm saying? So we can unite in the motherland. You're not going to unite in America. Ever. So I don't even expect no shit like that. I don't even think like that. I wouldn't ever think like during my lifetime that the African Americans going to unite and have some type of redemption and reparations and have a big party or whatever. That ain't going to ever happen. Period. There's too much jealousy and envy. It's too much idol worshiping. It's too much, religion, all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's all of that. It's crabs in the bucket in the black community. That's just real. Especially on YouTube. Especially on YouTube. You see? It's crabs in the bucket on the streets. And so this shit ain't gonna never get better. It ain't gonna get better in America. It's gonna get worse and worse and worse. Period. So you can try to prop this shit. I'm an American. And tomorrow they gonna pop another black man and lay him on the ground. And what all y'all gonna do is whine and march, and they're gonna go through that same cycle that our ancestors went through in the 60s. So you niggas is stuck like a broken record. Wah, 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 wah. Gotta get our shit together. Gotta get our shit together. That's what you doing. Cause you repeating the same mistakes that the ones came before us. It's committed. You doing the same exact thing, whining old wine bottles and shit and presenting it as some FBA, ADOS. We done already did that shit with the civil rights. Aborigine, Indians. We done already did that shit when we first came to America. Try to join the Indians to get free. Nigga, we done already done all that shit before. You see what we done already done? I don't want to hear none of that shit, nigga. You niggas ain't even worth talking about. I just like to shoot a shot. Make sure I keep you niggas in your proper place. Period. Act up, get smacked up. Period. Period. It ain't no time for games out here. The babies is out here. The babies is out here. And so I ain't no time to be lacking and playing and YouTube. That shit ain't gonna do nothing. We talk about real life. Black power going to Africa. Putting the people in a safe environment around their own people. Not gotta shuck and jive and tiptoe to the tulips, for the Mzungu man, so you can get a little raise on your check or get a little, props on YouTube with some views or some shit. Nigga, what the fuck is a view gonna do? That ain't shit. That ain't liberating the people. None whatsoever. Period. That shit is not liberating the people. And so, I'm going to tell you that shit right now. And you better get used to it too. That's that cop-out, that victimization attitude and shit. That's what it is. They oppressing us. You sound like a weakling. You sound like a PUSSY. Period. Period. Even that got more throwback than that type of, what type of feeling is that in a man that you can just come on, they are oppressing. Stand up then. Stand on your square like a real king then. You see what I'm saying? That's what you gonna have to do over here in America, It's wolves out here. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no angels in America. It's all devils. Period. And so, like Jay-Z said, learn how to move in a room full of vultures. One of the, best lines of all time. That's what it is. You gotta quit being upset for the little shit that happened and shit. Cause y'all still get upset cause, a white supremacy. How you gonna get upset of some shit that you already know been going on? How do that still make you? See, that's immaturity in the black community. You gotta grow up and be able to be strong and shit. And be able to take a jar or, be at the store and white man say, nigga or something, call you the N-word. And then, you want to go over there and fight. And then you get shot on some stand your ground shit. And then, but if you already a king and that's what he provoking you to try to, do so you can try to jump on him so he can shoot you. If that's the agenda, that would, situation would never happen. Because you seen that shit before it was coming. So you got to be able to be damn near, telepathic over there. You got to think 10 steps ahead or you going to end up dead. Period. So the only thing can save black people is Pan-Africanism and black power. Because if you don't got Pan-Africanism, you don't got Africa. Period. And then if you don't got black power, you don't got no unity. Or no economics, or no true education. Because you done paid for that, fake education that you got. You paid for that. Them PhDs, they sitting up there teaching you about Greece and, the Roman Colosseum and shit. You paid for that. You see what I'm saying? If you ask any so-called academic black, the only thing he really know is about Greece. He don't know nothing about his own people. And so you can go get any scholar with a PhD, black or white, where the white one's going to expand more than that. They only teach the black, so-called scholars or whatever, what they think they need to know. So you can have a pig skin all you want. And they ain't teaching what we teaching out here on these streets, which is greater facts than they could ever teach at any university. Because they not going to teach this shit in no university. They not going to teach you about the ancient land of the Nile Valley. They not going to do that. They not going to teach you about, how we transverse the world and, have a maritime, trade going across the world before any other people. They not going to teach you none of that. They try to take those accomplishments as they own. And so, the enemy within is not another people, that's stopping you from going forward in America. You vote Democrat or damn Republican, you need your own damn party. Period. Ain't now one of them shit's gonna free you or do anything for you. Period. And so don't get caught up in the damn hype and let these people soup y'all mind up. Because any of those, FBA, ADOS, Aborigine Indians, all that shit is the Stuck in America stimulus package. That's what they selling. They selling the Tariq Nasheed, Yvette Cornell, and Dane Calloway selling the Stuck in America stimulus package. Because that's all the information gonna have you to do is be stuck in America or local. You ain't global, you local. Black power global. We in every country in the world. Black power's in every country in the world. Period. They wear that red, black, and green. Period. And so, I'm not no local like no FBA, ADOS, or fake-ass Aborigines. We global. Period. And they jealous of this shit, too. That's why they try to latch on to Africa. They don't teach shit about the Indians. They try to take African information and put Indian or Aborigine on it. Nigga, you ain't fooling nobody, goof troop. You ain't fooling nobody, goof troop. And so it's the enemy within. Stop hating on yourself. Build yourself as a king and a queen. Learn your true history. Because there's only one truth. Drop out. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown.